Hello everyone, my name is Thilina Dilshan. Today I am going to present my point of sale system project, which is developed using Spring Boot for backend and React with Vue for frontend. This system allows users to manage customers, manage items, and place orders efficiently. In this video, I will demonstrate the system functionality, explain the project architecture, and mainly focus on explaining the Spring Boot annotations used in this project. Firstly, we can run our backend. Then we can run our front end. This is the our POS system front end. This UI has customer manage page, item manage page, and orders page, place order page. Then here users can add new customers and view existing customers. You want update customer details, and then you can use this edit button. Successfully updated customer details. Then we can see item manage page. This is the item manage page. Users can add new items and manage item details. If you can see, our pencil details are saved on card. You can edit this card details for press edit button. Correctly updated the updated pen details on. When I click the save the front end sends the customer data and item data to backend using REST API. The backend processes the request and store the data in the database. Next, we can see how to place order in this system. You can choose your customer and you can choose your item and item quantity, and click the add to cart button. You can see this cart. You want another item, add another item and quantity, press add to cart button. You can see this is the cart. Next, you can get the discount, and this discount values include this 10%. You can see grand total. Then you can press the place order button. Order placement is successful. Next we are check on our database. This is our database. This is our customer table. This is our item table. This is our orders table. Correctly saved data on this database. This project has two main parts, the backend and frontend. You can see the backend is developed using Spring Boot and handle business logic and database operations. The frontend is developed using React and provide their interface. Then you can check our backend folder structure. This is our backend folder structure. The backend follows a layered architecture including controller, service, repository, and entity layers. This is a controller layer. This is DTO layer. This is entity layer. This is repository layer, and this is service layer. I use exception layer for this project. This has a custom exception and global exceptions. This is custom exception class. This is a global exception class. Next, we can learn our annotations. First is Spring Boot application. This is the main class of the Spring Boot application. The Spring Boot application annotation is the most important annotation in Spring Boot. It is used to enable auto configuration and start in Spring Boot application. This annotation is actually a combination of the three annotations. There are configuration, component scan, and enable auto configuration annotations. The configuration annotation marks the class as configuration class. It tells Spring Boot that this class contains configuration information. The next thing is the enable auto configuration. The annotation enables automatic configuration of Spring Boot. The Spring Boot automatically configure components like database connections and web server. The last annotation is component scan. This annotation tells Spring Boot to scan for components such as controllers, services, and repositories. You can learn more Spring Boot application component annotation. You can see this. Then we can see customer controller class. This is the customer controller class. This class is using request mapping, REST controller, required args constructor, cross origin, validate annotations, and post mapping, request body, put mapping, delete mapping, get mapping annotations. We can learn next REST controller annotation. The REST controller annotation marks this class a REST controller. It allows this class to handle HTTP request and return JSON response. Next, we can learn request mapping. The request mapping annotation is defined the base URL of this controller. The base URL is this controller in customer API/v1/customers. This is the endpoint of customer manage page. Next, we can see post mapping annotation. The post mapping annotation handles the HTTP post request. It is used to create the new data. This is the put mapping annotation. This is using for update our details. The put annotation handles HTTP put request, and it is used to update existing data. This is the delete mapping annotation. The delete mapping annotation handles the HTTP delete request. It used to delete data. The request body annotation is used to convert incoming JSON data into Java object. The path variable annotation is extract values from the URL. This is the path variable annotation, and we can use cross-origin annotation for backend and front-end integration. We are used validate annotation for validate the fields. Next, we can move our service layer. The service layer has classes and interfaces. The interface are defined the save, update, delete, and get all functions. We can use our customer controller class. We are implementing this class on customer service interface. We are used at service annotation for this class. The service annotation marks this class as a service component. This layer contains business logics and connect the controller and repository. Next, we are used required as constructor on our service class. The required args constructor annotation is provided by Lombok. It automatically creates a constructor for dependency injection. The dependency injection allows Spring Boot to automatically provide required objects. This is the save customer function. This is the update customer function. And this is delete customer, and this is get all customers. You can see how to handle the exceptions. Next, we can move our entity class. This is the customer entity class. This is our item entity class. This is the order entity class, and this is the order details entity class. We can use customer entity class for learn on how to work entities. We are used entity annotation, data annotation, no args constructor annotation, all args constructor annotation, ID annotation, generate value annotation, and one-to-many annotation for this class. The data, no args constructor, all args constructor annotations are given by Lombok dependency. The entity annotation marks this class is a database table. This database table's name is a customer. This is the method. This is our class name. Then you can see ID annotation. This annotation defines the primary key of this table, like customer ID. Next, you can see generate value annotation. This annotation automatically generates the ID value. You can use a column entity like this. You can get this table column name. The same thing is the customer entity class in item entity class. We are used one-to-many relationship on order details and item table. We are used one-to-many relationship for customer table and orders table. Next, we can see our repository layer. This is as four interfaces like customer repository, item repository, order details repository, and order repository. We can see customer repository class. My customer repository class extend JPA repository class. The JPA repository interface provides built-in database operations. It allows performing CRUD operations without writing SQL queries. We can use this parameter is long. This is the entity classes primary key value. I use customer entity class primary key is long value. Then because we can use long value for customer repository class. This is the item repository class. This class is extending JPA repository interface for performing CRUD operations without writing SQL queries. Then we can see transaction annotation on order service IMPA class. This is the transaction annotation. The transaction annotation is one of the most important Spring Boot annotations. What is the transaction annotation in Spring Boot? The transaction annotation is used to manage database transaction automatically. A transaction is a group of database operations that must completed fully or not all. In simple words, if one operation fails, all the operations are rolled back. This ensures the consistency and integrity. This is the place order method on our order service IMPL class. Why we are use transaction annotation? The main reasons are ensure data consistency, prevents partial data saving, automatically handle rollback, and simplify transaction management. I explain briefly transaction annotation. The transaction annotation is used to manage database transactions. If ensure that all database operations inside the method are completed successfully. If any operation failures, the entire transaction is rolled back automatically. This helps maintain data consistency and prevents partial updates in the database. In this POS system, a transaction is used when place orders because multiple database operations occur together. The transaction annotation is provided by Spring Framework. It used AOP, aspect-oriented programming, to manage transaction automatically. In this method, transaction ensures that order saving, order detail saving, and item updating happens a single transaction. Then we can see our resources file. This resources file has an application property file. The application property file manage database configuration details and Java persistence API configuration details. This is my database username and this is my database password. This is the maximum pool size on this database. And you can input here database name. You can change this name. This is the database configuration details. You can see API configuration details on this. The application property file is used to configure the Spring Boot application. It contains important settings such as database connections, details, server port, and Hibernate configurations. Spring Boot automatically reads this file when the application starts. This Spring data source URL property defines the database location. The username and password properties are used for authentications. The Spring JPA Hibernate DDL auto property controls database table creation and updates. The servlet port property defines the port number where the application runs. This file is essential for connecting the application to database and configure the system. This property defines the database connection URL. It tells Spring Boot where the database is located. This property defines the database username. This property defines the database password, MySQL password. This property controls how to Hibernate handle database tables. You can change update, create, drop, and none. The update is using update table automatically. The create is using create tables every time. The create drop is using create and delete tables. The none is using no automatic changes. This property enables SQL query login in the console, like this. This is the SQL queries running after our project. This property tells Hibernate which database is used. The Hibernate adjusts SQL syntax accordingly. In the conclusion, this project demonstrates a full stack point of sale system using Spring Boot and React. Spring Boot annotations simplify application development by enabling automatic configuration and dependency injection. The system successfully managed customers, items, and orders using REST APIs and database integration. Thank you for watching.